Where I come from, in our language, there's only one word for ice and snow. It's barf. So then that tells you enough about how much ice I had seen so far. My name is Vishwaraj. I'm an ice speed skater, or schatser, as in Dutch you call it, from India. And I'm preparing to go to the next Winter Olympics 2018, and that has been a goal for a long time. So I was a roller skater or a ski roller or inline skating for a long time in India. I went to the World Championships for India. I wanted to be an athlete for a long time, proper athlete, pursue the Olympic dream, pursue the Olympic goal. And then when you know that it's never going to make it to the Olympics, at least so far it has not. And for an athlete, Olympics are the final and only goal. I knew ice skating was an opportunity or a situation which was possible to do it. And that's why I just decided to pack my bags and move to Europe. I think, once you give a certain part of your time or your life to a sport, and an athlete, if you ask any athlete out there what would they want to do if they give 5 years to a sport, they would want to go to the Olympics. It could be their dream, it could be their goal. Doesn't matter if they don't reach it, but it is something which they always dream of or always have in themselves. And then at the same time I was like, well, I'm studying engineering over here anyways, and I mean, to be honest, it's not working out that well. I had failed, I was miserable at it. I was feeling miserable within myself and I was bad at it. So then I was like, yeah, we have to figure out how to be in Europe so that I can keep skating, because that is where all the sports are, and ice skating, for example, Holland and ice skating, the history is incredible. I was going through the newspaper one day and there it said study in Denmark, and I was like, study in Denmark, computer science, oh yeah, that's okay. So I picked out an atlas, I opened the atlas, I was like, Denmark, Holland, 900 kilometers, piece of cake. Yeah, it was 100 people were applying, I found out, and they were only going to take 10, and on paper I was the weakest. So I was like, okay, let's just try. It was like, again, I was just improvising as I went. 100 people, and that's not a lot of competition in India. Sometimes for 10 people in India, 1 million people are competing. And then there were like 3 different circles of interviews, and I cleared. And eventually I got the visa to come here and stay and study and explore Europe, and that's what I did basically. I went on to skate at a race in Sweden at the time, and I got disqualified because it was my first time on the ice and I did not know the rules. And that one little participation, there was a journalist in Holland, Mr. Manik Skolhaus, he picked it up, he wrote about it, and then I got in touch with him like, hey, I need a coach. Can you help me find one? And he suggested Wim is one of the best ones, so I got in touch with him. We got along from the first day. We were on the phone, the conversation went like, hey, Wim, I want to be an ice skater. And Wim was like, yeah, well, if you're crazy enough to come all the way from your India to Europe to ice skate, I'm crazy enough to coach you. So somehow the universe has a way of making things happen. So I think the first step towards going towards your dreams or goals is just taking a first step towards making a decision. So a dream is something far away, it is fuzzy, but as soon as you make it into your goal, it becomes real. And then suddenly you have fears about failure or fears about success. And then at some point, if you don't do it, you will always left with remorse, like what if I could have done it. Just try and keep answering enough questions and keep asking yourself enough questions. 100 or 1000 no's make one yes. So that is something which I believe in, like 100 no's or 1000 no's, no, make one yes. Just to get to the ice skating thing, I had to face a lot of no's from parents, friends, the system, the bank, the MC. Wait, I have that green t-shirt. It's over here actually. So this T-shirt has, along with a friend of mine, Arnold Fisher. He has this big poster which he created himself, where he has one yes. So as soon as you see a big yes, you see, wow, that's beautiful. But when you go closer, there's like millions and millions of no's on it. One yes always becomes with a millions and no's. Similarly, this is just in Hindi. Yeah, so basically you have to cut through a lot of crap, get to a nice place.